You have to have that strategic vision, that level of innovation, that blank slate approach, and just pure drive, hours, everything that you need to put into it like no tomorrow to be able to successfully deliver and execute.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel! Austin Russell became the youngest billionaire in December of 2020 at the age of 25 with a staggering wealth of $2.4 billion. But who is Russell, and what does his company Luminar Technologies actually do? Grab your popcorn and let's get inside the life of the youngest billionaire, Austin Russell. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you can stay notified whenever we upload a video. Number 4. Background. Russell, identifiable by a thick light ginger hair, talks quickly and confidently, but in a way that's more knowledgeable than cocky. It's easy to tell he's housing a lot of info in his brain. He wasn't born into a tech-savvy household. His father worked in commercial real estate, and his mother doubled in modeling and public speaking. But you could see early on that Russell was something out of the ordinary. He memorized the periodic table of elements at 2, worked as a software consultant by 10, and filed his first patent at 13, which was for a water recycling system. When he was 12 years old, he turned his parents' basement into an electronics and optics lab, where he could develop his ideas into real products. When his parents didn't let him have a phone, he built his own using a Nintendo DS. He said his parents would joke and say, "Just go do your black magic in the lab, we'll slip food under the door." Rather than doing the day-to-day stuff of high school, he spent most of his time in his garage lab and working as an independent researcher at the Batman Laser Institute of the University of California, Irvine.
And always wanted to just build things and build something new, build something that also is not just building technology for the sake of building cool technology, but something that really adds value to the world.
Number 3. Thiel offered fellowship. After high school, he went to Stanford to study applied physics, but would only last for 6 months. Before dropping out, Peter Thiel, one of the co-founders of PayPal, had contacted Russell to accept his prestigious Thiel Fellowship that pays students $100,000 to drop out of school and build a startup for 2 years. Thiel heard about Russell's idea of building a new radar system for autonomous cars. The technology for autonomous cars was built on all technology, and they were extremely expensive. Russell's idea was to use LiDAR. LiDAR sensors emit poles of light, helping self-driving cars perceive the road by measuring how long the light takes to bounce back after hitting an object. The idea was to develop linear technology further to make it better and cheaper. With the Thiel Fellowship, Russell was introduced to similar minds of young entrepreneurs, but he knew building a company of this magnitude would take time and hundreds of millions of dollars.
This is the eyes of the autonomous car. This is how it can understand what's going on and navigate safely through the environment.
Number 2. Started Luminar Technologies. With $100,000 from the fellowship and some money from his earlier inventions, he started his company Luminar Technologies when he was just 16 years old, building a hacker house in the southern part of California with his co-founder, Jason Eichenholz. Russell would eventually hire engineers and scale things up, but was in no rush. "There's a reason we've been installed for so long," Russell told Insider in 2017. At the time, it had raised $36 million from venture capitalists, including GBA Capital, Canvas Ventures, and a venture film backed by Thiel.
And where they're going. In any direction.
Number 1. Luminar Technologies got public. "If we announced our plans 5 years ago, everybody would be doing this," he said. Russell and his team rebuilt the traditional LiDAR designs on a different wavelength from the chemical compound gallium arsenide instead of the typical silicone, more powerful but still safe for ice. 5 years later and around $100 million spent, they had a prototype to show the world with the concept that worked. In real life, Russell and his team were able to attract more investors and continue building their technology. The team grew to over 250 employees, and Russell started thinking about taking the company public, but he was still waiting for that little spark to take it all the way. That spark came in May of 2020, when Volvo invested heavily in Luminar Technologies. Volvo, looking to take their autonomous driving to the next phase, decided to start producing cars in 2022 with Luminar technology. This was exactly what Russell needed to take the next step, a big and famous car manufacturer using his technology in the real world. A Volvo spokesperson told insiders that Luminar is a clear leader in LiDAR and perception technology. The technology is what Volvo needs to introduce safe, autonomous drive to its customers on its next-generation platform. With the reverse merger, Russell took Luminar Technologies public on December 3rd of 2020. The stock rose by 28%, making Russell, at 25 years old, the youngest self-made billionaire with $2.4 billion. The future of Luminar Technologies is looking extremely bright. Deutsche Bank said it expected Luminar to become a leader in LiDAR solutions with a total addressable market of $40 billion by 2030. So how far can Russell and his team go? Well, only time can tell, but it does look good for the 25-year-old entrepreneur to be this successful at such a young age. He has always had a spark in him, but no one knew that that spark was going to come out in such a way.
It gives your vehicle more time to react.
That brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. Well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Also, watch the 2 videos on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye!